Talk! Welcome to my Filipino adventure. I am Mike, your American tour guide. Today I will be your, your real estate agent and your lawyer. That's a joke. That's a complete joke because people kind of lost their shit in some of the comments about some of the land stuff, saying that I was giving bad advice, and I'm not giving any advice at all. If you haven't watched the last three, go watch those. Those were about land that was for sale that Yna took video of and sent to me. I showed you the land, how much they wanted for it, where it was located, and then I explained what I thought were good uses for the land. So it wasn't advice. I think it was just more opinions of what I thought. The last one was pretty interesting too, because it's either a volcano or a crater or a geyser or a vent or something. It was pretty interesting. I really liked that last video. But today we're going to tackle the age-old question, or it's a pretty hot topic, according to the comments I get: lease or buy? And people are very adamant about that in the comments, especially the people saying never buy, only lease. You're stupid, you're a fool, you're an idiot, you're subhuman. If you buy, you're just asking for it. But we're going to go over that because I have a different opinion. So first of all, let me fill you in on a little secret. All this stuff I have gleaned from the internet, gleaned from conversations in my travels to the Philippines, and to the friends that I have who live there, expats and other vloggers who are friends of mine who live there, and we talk about this stuff when we're together, and this is what I've come up with. Am I right? I don't know. I am not a professional. You should get a lawyer. Before you do anything, get a lawyer. But I think I'm trying to funnel all the information that I have found into this little video. I may be wrong, I may be right, but get a lawyer. And don't listen to me, because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Don't take my advice. You can't own land in the Philippines. That's it. You can't. That's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. But seriously, yeah, as a foreigner, you can't own land unless you bought land before 1935, from what I understand. There was a constitution, the 1935 Constitution. Maybe in there was an allowance for foreigners owning property in the Philippines. But if you buy after 1935, no, you can't buy it after 35. That's when they said, no, foreigners can't buy. There's 100 million people lived in the Philippines, and it's not really that big. So they can't have outside people owning the property. Now, can you, in the corporation, start a corporation with 60% Filipino, 40% foreigners, and then there's, I'm not even going to touch that. I don't know enough about it. I know that there is ways to do that, but you'll have to file with the BOI, the Board of Investments, and there's paperwork involved. It's something I really want to look into. I'm sure search the internet or search other YouTubers, and they might tell you a little bit more of that. But we're going to cut the whole corporation thing out of this video. This is just simple. So you can't own it. Now, if you're a single expat and you want to retire to the Philippines, you got two choices. You can rent a house or lease land, lease or rent, like Bud Brown and Ned, My Filipino Dreams, and like Rike. He lived all over the place. Now he's in Vietnam renting. He doesn't want to be tied down to one area. He wants to move around, and that's fine. You can buy a condo. You can't own the property or the land, but you can own the condo on the land. But there's a little stipulation on that. It can only be, say there's 10 units. Only 4 of them can be owned by foreigners. The other 6 have to be owned by Filipinos. So there's that rule. But check with your lawyer if you're going to go buy a condo. Check with the association or the condo unit to make sure that the ratio is good and you're allowed to buy a condo. But get a lawyer. I'm going to keep on saying that. Get a lawyer. Don't listen to me. So those are your options. Now, if you're married to a Filipina and she's a Filipino citizen, and she hasn't given up her rights by becoming an American citizen, or if she has dual citizenship, you can own property, and the amount varies with whatever her status is. But if she's a full-blown Filipino, she can buy and own property, which means that you're going to buy but not own property if you do that. And I guess that's the big problem. That's why people get so pissy about it, is that you're just throwing money away. Yeah, you throw your money away if it doesn't work out. But how much are you throwing away? I mean, if you're counting every penny. If you marry an American woman here in the States, you buy a house together with your money, let's say for sake of argument, houses here, you can get them for 150 or so, little ones like mine. But that average house is, I think the average house is like 240 or something in Michigan, and it's easy to spend $300,000 to $400,000 on a house. But let's say you get a house for $200,000. 4 years down the road, 5 years down the road, you guys get divorced. She's going to take half of that. Half of that house is hers. Okay, so there goes $100,000 out the window, unless you got a mortgage. I mean, let's just say you paid cash for it, or and if you didn't have a prenuptial agreement. So there's $100,000. That's 5 million pesos in the Philippines. You're going to probably spend a lot less than that. So I think your risk actually diminishes in the Philippines, and that's what we're going to talk about now. Buying land. Now, let's say, just to make this short, are we short? Yeah, we're at 6 minutes. Let's say I find a nice piece of property in Bohol. It's a hectare, and they want 1 million pesos. Okay? I buy it in her name. I can be on the tax title of it, but I can't own it. So my name might be on the title, but that doesn't really mean anything. Okay? Then it's just a piece of property with nothing on it. So I've spent about $19,000 US on there, about 1 million pesos on the property. 2.5 acres, 2.4 something acres. Coconut trees and mango trees. It's beautiful. Okay? Now I take and I put a house there, a nice house, not a mansion, a nice house. 3-bedroom house, maybe 2 bathrooms, nice house. I put a swimming pool behind there. I put a little piggery, maybe a fish pond, nice garden, stuff like that. Let's say I spend another 1 million pesos, which you can get a big bang for your buck here when it comes to construction. I think with 1 million pesos, you could build a nice spread. So now I got 2 million pesos invested in this property, okay? I got $38,000 US sunk into this piece of property. That's my truck costs more than that. You know, a Ford Fusion costs $30,000. A Chevy Malibu costs $30,000. So I'm at $38,000. Now, she owns it. I spent it. But let's say everything works out. In a perfect world, we're happy, we're married, we love each other, things go well. It happens, trust me. Read some of the comments. I know people have been married for 30 years to Filipinas here that are subscribers. Now, I retire, let's say, when I'm 62. Let's say I get 15 good years left in my life. That's 180 months. Okay, divide all that up in there. What am I paying a month? $213 a month for that beautiful 2.5 acres with a beautiful house and a swimming pool. Not on my bills, but just for the property itself. It cost me $213 a month. Okay? Where are you going to rent a big spread like that, a hectare with a beautiful house and a swimming pool for $200 a month? You know, you can get a little shack in town, not a little shack, but in a little house like Ned's pink house is $200 a month, or Bud Brown's old house was about $200 a month. No property, you know, you got a little strip of concrete around a wall, and you got noisy neighbors with karaoke, and you got the benefit of being in town, so you can, you know, which is a plus. I'm not saying anything bad about living in the city, but you're not going to find a plush, you know, an estate almost for $200 a month. And let's say you did, which I don't think is possible. Let's say you did find a place like that for $215 a month. You lived there for 180 months. You spent $40,000 US dollars in that 180 months, and then you die. What's your Filipina left with? Nothing. She's got to move. It's not her, unless she can scrape together the lease payments on that. She's left with nothing. Their family's left with nothing. But if I die with that place, now she's got, and this is 10, 15 years down the road, it's probably worth $3 or $4 million at this point. She's got real assets. Her family has assets. they could sell that and split it up, and that's a nice chunk of change. She could live there with her family the rest of her life. She's got some, I'm leaving something behind for her family, for if we have kids, for the kids. I'm giving, it's just not throwing money away. I can't take it with me anyway. When I'm dead, who cares? And my kids can't get it because they can't own land in the Philippines. My kids here in the US. So that's my point about leasing or renting. Everything's got to go perfect, and there's always the risk of getting a bad Filipino and that not working out, or getting into a fight or getting divorced or whatever. But that's the same any country you go to. So that's my view on property, owning property, leasing property. I'm sure there's so many more nuances and loopholes and legal things that I don't know about and I didn't cover in this that you guys probably do. But I think in a nutshell, that's my view on should I lease or should I buy. So here at the end here, there's going to be a subscribe. I always forget what side it's going to pop up on. There will be a circle. It's got me and Yna's mugs on it. Click that. That'll be to subscribe to the channel. There'll be a couple of videos that you might want to be interested. I think I'll put the land videos up here. So click on those. You can watch some of the land videos. And subscribe if you haven't. If you have subscribed, hit the little bell icon. That will let you know next time a video comes up. Like if you liked it. Dislike if you didn't like it. Leave a comment. But please be courteous, be kind, be civil, and always be classy. See you next time.